let's talk about the third force, which is called forces inside the living system. The forces inside the living system. So let's talk about the first example, the force inside the living system. Number one, the force of the muscles. The force of the muscles. So the force also is found inside the body. Yes, the force is found inside the body, such as the force of the muscles, the power of the muscles. The muscles or the heart muscles, the muscles of the heart can relax and contract. Why? To help the heart to pump the blood all over the body organs. Okay, or vice versa. So the heart can pump the blood all over the body organs by the relaxation and contraction of the heart muscles. So again, the muscles relax and contract. The muscles of what? The muscles of the heart or the heart muscles contract and relax to help the heart to pump the blood all over the body organs. Okay, number two, let's talk about the second example of the force inside the body, such as the muscles. The muscles of your body relax and contract. So there is a force that causes contraction or relaxation of the muscles, okay, that help the body organs movement. So here we have two examples. The first example, the heart muscles. The heart muscles relax and contract to help the heart to pump the blood all over the body organs. Number two, the muscles of your body like this. The muscles relax and contract to do what? To help the body organs to move. Okay. Number three, let's talk about the third example, the force inside the green plants. The force inside the green plants. As we said before in 6th primary, the roots of the plants, or in 5th primary also, the roots of the plants can absorb the roots, and also in 4th primary, the roots of the plants can absorb water and salts from the soil to make their own food, or to make the photosynthesis process. Okay, so rising of water and salts from the soil to the plant, okay, against the earth's gravity. This also called force. So the force of rising the water from the roots or from the soil by the roots to the stem of the plant, then to the leaves to make their own food. This is also a force, but this force against the earth's gravity. Against what? Against the earth's gravity. How come? Because the water, salts and the minerals move from the lower concentration to the higher concentration, the lower concentration of the soil to the plant, and the plant higher concentration. Okay, so in this part we talked about another force but inside the plant, such as the force of rising, or the force causes rising of water and salts from the soil to plant, from root, number one, then from the root to the stem, then from the stem to the leaves to make their own food. But this force, as I said, against the earth's gravity. How come? From the lower concentration to the higher concentration. Okay, is it clear? So here we talked about the examples of forces inside the living system. Number one, the heart muscles. The heart muscles relax and contract to help the heart to pump the blood all over the body organs. Number two, the muscles of the body. The muscles of the body relax and contract to help in body motion. Okay, number three, liquids inside the plant move from lower concentration to higher concentration. It means this force against the earth's gravity. So by rising of water and salts from the soil to plant, this is also a force but inside the plant. By this way, I have finished lesson 2, unit 2. the next video I will finish unit 2. Okay, is it clear? So we talked about the forces due to the motion and the forces causes motion. The forces against or the forces due to the motion, such as the force of inertia and the friction force. The force of inertia and the friction force, these forces due to the motion of the body, but the forces inside the living organism, that these forces causes motion. So again, we talked about two types of forces due to the motion and forces causes motion. The forces due to the motion, such as what? Such as the force of inertia and the force or the friction force. Number 2, the forces causes motion, such as what? Such as the forces inside the living organism, and we said the force of inertia, and we talked about the inertia. As we said, inertia is a property of an object to resist the change of the state of the object, whatever it was, rest or motion. Okay, and we talked about the activity, and we talked about the friction force, and we said when the body or any object moves through the air or water, so there is a friction force between them, as we said in 5th primary. But the friction force is the resistant force. It means what? Resistant force, it means against motion. Against motion, it means what? It means the friction force causes slowing down or stopping the motion of the object. And we talked about the give reasons. We have to give reasons in this point, and we talked about the benefits of friction force and harms of friction force. And the last part, we talked about the forces inside the living system, such as number 1, heart muscles contract and relax to pump the blood to all the body parts. Number 2, the muscles of the body contract also and relax for motion. Number 3, liquids inside the plants, such as water that can be absorbed by the roots to the stem, then to the leaves, to help the plant to make its own food. Okay, is it clear? By this way, I have finished lesson 2. Okay, wait me in the next lesson or the last lesson in unit 2. Bye bye.